Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the best podcast on the planet.
Absolutely.
How are you going, Zane?
Good.
Good?
I actually have to watch my team on the weekend. But
Not the best weekend of footy?
nah, not the best.
I'll
Like
tell
the
you-
Matildas were on. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
that's all
wasn't
anyone
really a
cares about at the
footy
moment.
weekend.
Yeah, Tilly's baby. Let's try it. This is on a Wednesday, so they play tonight.
Yeah, they do.
But if you're watching the podcast, you'll know if they won or lost. So hopefully they win,
Yeah.
because otherwise everyone will say I've cursed them
It's really
for having the
buzzing
jersey
in,
on.
like Wollongong at the moment. I know it's really buzzing. I've never seen this much
Yeah.
support for women's side. I'm not
Well,
trying to be offensive by saying that. But
Yeah, no, yeah. I think it's
crazy.
just it's good to see the support
Yeah.
for like women's soccer and just even soccer in general, because like soccer's not Australia's main sport in my
Exactly.
opinion. You
Exactly.
got cricket, AFL, even NRL. So it's good to see, yeah, not only the nation getting behind the girls, but also, it's unifying the nation, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Like,
Definitely. I've never seen the nation.
I was on campus at uni today, and just everyone's rocking the Tillies. It's so good to see.
Yeah.
It's like Rebel Sports sold out of jerseys last week, or like the week before the
Yeah.
previous final, like before the Sydney one, or no, it was before the Sydney one.
Okay.
The rugby league, Zane.
Yeah.
It's been a week. Like we literally did a podcast a week ago, and a lot has happened. So before we jump into, I just want to give the viewers a little preview at what we're jumping into. Sheen's got fired today.
I did. Nice. Did see that.
they
Not in
announced-
detail, but
yeah.
like I've opened my phone.
They
and seen
announced
it.
the international footy schedule for the end of this year
seen
and
that.
some details for the next few years. Las Vegas got confirmed. The RLPA,
Finally made
CBA,
an agreement.
they agreed to terms, and then a bunch of players have retired over the weekend, and a bunch of players have re-signed over the weekend. It's been a hectic week.
It has.
But before we get into all the good
Journalists
stuff,
are just licking their lips at the moment. Got so
it
much
feels like
stories.
Origin period.
Oh.
There's just all the articles and just all the mail and stuff. That's what
Yeah.
it feels like at the moment.
does. It's been
There's
crazy.
so much. And as we said, like with the World Cup going on as well, it's a sports media frenzy.
It is.
But yeah, before we get into all the games and all the news, we got to do our Player of the Week, brought to you by the Vintage Thread. #1 graphic tees in all of Australia, your sports graphic tees. You're not wearing your Troll Mitch shirt today?
Not today. I've got it at home though.
It's in the wash?
Put it on. Yeah, it's in the wash. I wore it on Saturday during the game.
There you go. So
good
and they won.
Yeah, they
so
did.
The
Not
Souths,
convincingly, but they won. They
Souths
won.
are undefeated when Zane's worn his vintage
Exactly.
Thread shirt. So maybe jump on and buy.
Yeah, I'm trying to
the
think. I
graphic tee.
didn't really think about my player of the round. I'm going to have to
You're going to have to have a
head to the-
look.
head to
Go
the
on.
stats and
While Zane looks for his player of the round and most disappointing player, of course, as well, there's plenty to choose from there. Make sure you jump on Instagram. Literally, if you're watching this podcast, go to Instagram, follow the Vintage Thread, go to the website, buy a shirt. They've got at least one shirt for every NRL team, and you can request to have teams made, players made, and other sports as well. If you want a Tilly shirt, just request it, or I'm sure they'll toss some up eventually anyway. But yeah, go to Instagram, go follow them, and then come back to the podcast and keep watching. Zane, my player of the week, Jerome Hughes.
I was close to saying him, but I've got my option.
Who's yours?
Want to guess?
No.
Reece Walsh.
Oh yeah, fair. Oh, I
Yes.
thought you were going to say Knights player, and I was like, that's
No,
why I don't want to
no.
guess. No, yeah, that's a fair shout.
Yeah, Reece
He's a
Walsh is
gun.
outstanding.
He's
And
so
my most
good.
disappointing.
Who's yours?
Maybe have a guess. It was from the first game that we're going to get to soon.
Oh,
I think he's the only reason Manly couldn't win
oh,
that game.
Schuster,
Schuster.
Schuster or Garrick?
Schuster.
Who was
He was
worse?
good.
Yeah, that's a good.
He was disappointing.
That's a
in that
very
game.
good shout. I feel like now
He
that I'm looking,
bombed so many opportunities. Schuster.
like that runaway
Oh, yeah.
where he just kicked it, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's so slow as well.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
such a
I'm
waste of
looking
a
at
set.
my most disappointing. I'm like, maybe that yours maybe makes a bit more sense, but I'll go on Luke Thompson.
oh, yeah,
Maybe a
well,
bit of bias,
that's-
but his first game in like a year, his second game since round 12 last year, he was named on the bench. He ended up starting at lock. Played 15 minutes and then got benched. And then I don't even know if he came on for a second stint. It was disappointing. This is why we call it the most disappointing player.
You know,
It was disappointing.
You called the Dogs to win 13 plus and Carraz to score a couple of tries. And
Came close.
Did you though? Oh, Carraz got close to scoring, but
Did he though?
it was just. Yeah, we'll get to that game
I was a
soon.
bit
That
too
was
optimistic.
that
And I
was
just want to check.
terrible. If I'm picking a team in general for worst performance, it'd be the Dogs.
I don't know. The Raiders were pretty bad.
The Raiders were bad.
The
but
Raiders
I
were
think
bad.
The Dogs, with the side they have named,
Yeah, fair enough. I feel like the Raiders are in the
best
8th,
side
they are.
all year, and
Yeah,
they
that's
were
true.
just horrific.
A lot of people said all week that it was our best side, and then all the comments after the game were like, "I thought you said it was your best side." It was. Anyway, we'll come back to that game. I'm gonna get too carried away. I'm just trying to find how many minutes Luke Thompson played. Bear with me. I'm nearly there because he came on and played. So he played 35 minutes in total
Right.
as a starting lock. Do you know how many minutes Patrick? Like how many minutes does Cameron Murray play?
80.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't think he did on Saturday.
But he
actually.
usually does.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luke Thompson played 35. So
Okay.
pretty
Yeah,
disappointing.
That is disappointing.
All right, before we jump into Manly Panthers, let's talk about Vegas.
Mm.
Are we going?
I'd love to.
Are we going to Vegas?
Come on, South Sydney. Give me a fun. Get over
Orange
there.
Peelers World Tour. Somebody sponsor us and pay for our plane tickets. Pickle bet. I know you're
Fortunately,
watching.
your doggies weren't chosen to go over.
I'm good. What do you
reason
mean?
think?
Unfortunately, I'm cheering. I don't want the dogs playing in Vegas.
Why not?
Because I don't want to miss out on going to the doggies games.
Fair enough. Like I know there's people
And
from South who are flying over there.
Yeah,
Like,
including yourself.
I'd love to, but I don't have that sort of money at 8
Yeah.
years old. So
Not until
unfortunate-
somebody sponsors our trip.
Fortunately, I'm gonna have to probably wake up at 7 in the morning to watch.
Yeah,
it whenever they
exactly.
play, which is gonna be a weird feeling watching them in the morning, but it is what
How
it
do you
is.
feel about South getting picked? Do you like it?
I knew we were for a
Yeah,
while.
because of Rusty
Oh yeah,
and because you're one of the bigger clubs.
yeah. Rusty
It makes
versus
sense.
Hugh Jackman. Like,
How
it's
do
the
you
perfect
feel-
matchup, playing Manly?
Yeah.
Like, easy 2 points to start the season. After that.
How do you feel about the other clubs that were picked? Manly, Broncos,
Brisbane,
and
I can
Roosters.
see why. Roosters, I did. Oh, I mean, you could expect them, but I heard for ages it was going to be Melbourne.
Yeah, I think personally, it should have been Broncos and South, which obviously they are going. They make so much sense because obviously Broncos big club.
Yeah,
That's the Brisbane market. South, big club. They got Russell Crowe. And like you talk about like random South guys. Like Souths are known
yeah,
internationally. I feel.
yeah. Who are the other two?
And then the other two I would have had is a toss up between actually, I'd lock Melbourne in. I thought Melbourne should have gone because
Yeah.
that's the Melbourne market. And I feel like they're a big club as well.
Yeah,
And then it would have been a toss up between either Panthers or Warriors.
Panthers, you reckon?
I feel like we should be showcasing, like they're one of the best teams we've had ever.
Yeah,
They've won back-to-back comps looking at 3 comps. They're favourites to go 3 in a row.
Yeah.
4 grand finals in a row. Literally one of our best teams ever. I think, in my opinion, they're the best
I think
NRL
they're-
era team.
I think they are.
The
as
only
well.
team that rivals them is the Dragons, who won 11 in a row.
People don't want to admit that this side's
Yeah.
good, but they are the best team ever.
And so it's like,
This Panthers team.
why not showcase them? Plus, there's an NFL team called the Panthers.
Yeah, and
so,
the Warriors, I could see why, but
well, and then New Zealand.
they were never
is-
going to go.
Yeah. That's what I just thought. New Zealand and, give back to them for what they
And I
did for the
think we
game.
may have found out who's going to miss out on Magic Round next year as well.
Who?
With this. Manly, who normally have their home game for Magic Round in Brisbane, have taken that game to
I reckon Manly
Las
are
Vegas
gonna
as their
miss
home game.
Magic
So
Round.
apparently Manly are not going to be included in Magic Round for that
So it's a
reason.
South away game.
Yeah, thank
in-
God.
Man, Manly getting picked is a weird one because
It's because of the Hugh
It's because of
Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
That's
But like,
literally it.
so like seriously, there's
Because he
just better
promotes them a
options.
lot over there as well.
Yeah.
Like he always goes out wearing his jerseys and
Yeah.
that. So
And then Roosters, I assume, was just like they've got money,
yeah.
and which like whatever.
Yeah.
I did also hear that Panthers declined going.
They did.
So
yeah.
so
'cause
keep
they
in
probably
mind
wanna
that-
play all their bloody games at
Yeah.
Bluebet like they already do.
So yeah, you got to keep in mind that some teams that didn't get picked, there's teams out there that like got asked and said no. Like Storm, maybe they said no as well, and that's why Manly got the call up.
Oh no, I think Manly were there
You
from
reckon?
the start. Yeah.
I do get the Hugh Jackman thing, but at the same time, it's like I just don't think Manly.
Just 'cause of
there's
one
just better
supporter.
options.
Just-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like mate, the Bulldogs have Margot Robbie. Surely
South
send
Sydney
us
have
over
Snoop
there.
Dogg, we have Justin
Yeah.
Bieber, we have Cristiano Ronaldo. Like we could go on a world
We got
tour.
Josh Giddey. That's actually official. He's got a Bulldogs
We got
jersey.
Hasbulla as well.
Yeah, hey, no, we got Hasbulla.
No, we got him.
We got Hasbulla.
We both got him. by
We got
the sounds of it.
Hasbulla.
We
Josh
got-
Adokar hooked him up.
Yeah, Troll hooked him up at South as well. We both got
Yeah,
one
well, we
of
got
them.
Margot Robbie, and that's checkmate.
Barbie, hey?
Barbie. All right. I think that's enough Vegas chat. Speaking of Manly going to Vegas, speaking of Panthers getting snubbed, they played each other last Thursday.
Yeah, and quite a boring game. Like I said when Panthers not dropped a lot of players. I don't know what I'm saying. Like we're missing a lot of players.
Yeah.
I thought this game. I kind of expected this sort of margin. Like I correctly predicted
A bit
this margin.
closer. It was 1-12, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
24-12.
Yeah.
Manly, like they started off well, but most sides always like come out really well when they play Penrith every week. But then Penrith just ran away with it, and that's exactly what happened in this game.
Spot on.
Manly were just, I think if Josh Schuster wasn't there, they could have made it tighter.
They came out with a strange game plan, didn't they?
Yeah, kick.
Spread it, kick kick early.
Could that be a sign? Is that what other teams are going to pick up on now? You kick it?
I don't think you need to do that to beat Panthers.
But I think it's because Manly have the speed, and they should do that more against weaker defensive teams.
Yeah, Manly should be spreading the ball. They got Cooler and Saab.
They play the Dogs in a few weeks. I reckon you get. I know you've got the Fox, but I still think with Saab and
we have Avarilla as well. He's got pace.
Yeah, Avarilla's got pace.
It's Saab and Cooler. They're very fast.
They are.
They're very fast. Yeah, I think it's just a weird one because I think they could have grinded it out just because of like the players Panthers had out.
Yeah.
Like there were periods where Manly looked good up through the middle.
But then they'd just bomb it with some stupid error and it just, Penrith.
The Ruben Garrett kick.
Oh, yeah. Like, I know Seabold's a rugby union coach, but was he really teaching him to do that sort of thing?
It was so funny because, like, were they expecting Panthers to kick it back?
Oh, no, what, the second kick? Or?
The Ruben Garrick one. So Panthers kicked it,
and
then Garrick caught it and kicked it back.
I think because he saw Saab at space, that's why he did it. But it was just
so you don't reckon they were trying to do a kicking duel? Because obviously, like back in the 80s, that was a thing, right? Yeah. Like they used to kick it back and forward, back and forward. I'm like, we're Manly expecting them to kick it back.
Penrith are never going to kick it back though.
That's what I was thinking.
They would have been like, oh, you got the ball.
Like surely Manly didn't expect them to kick it back. They scored.
Exactly. I was like, okay.
And as soon as that happened, that was game over.
Oh yeah,
that was literally game over when that happened.
Yeah, they bombed it there.
Is that Manly's season done?
Yeah, nah, they're not playing finals.
I don't think. Are they even mathematically?
Probably.
We love talking mathematically.
Probably are mathematically, but they're not going to play finals.
They're on 25 points. South in 8th. They're on 28 with a bye up their sleeve.
Yeah, they're not playing finals.
Yeah,
like,
Nah.
They'd have to win all.
They'd have to win all their games and have like South lose all theirs, Cowboys lose a bunch. So yeah, I think I'm ruling them out.
Yeah,
I think we probably already did rule them out, but proper.
Yeah,
they're barely mathematically a chance. And then Panthers, how are you feeling about the
second? I reckon.
You reckon Broncos jump them? Mm-hmm. How do you feel about their chances at like winning the comp?
Who, Penrith?
Yeah, like because obviously
I reckon they got to be favourites.
Like, did this game change? Did it make you more confident that they can win the comp or less confident?
Not necessarily either. I just thought they had players out. Like, I feel like if they had their full squad, they could have like won this game more like 36-12 margin.
Because I'm seeing a lot of people going, "Oh, like Panthers are beatable," but yeah, as you just said, they had players.
I think they are beatable, but like
everyone's beatable.
Yeah, exactly. But they do have their weaknesses, Penrith.
They had players out, and they're just in cruise control.
Yeah,
heading into finals.
They are.
Do you know what I mean?
There's another team. There's only one team at the moment. Or like some people are saying two, but there's one team at the moment I think can challenge Penrith.
Yeah,
we'll get to them soon.
Yeah. Sharks Titans was the next game. Before we jump into the game,
I watched the first 20 minutes and I was like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it wasn't the most exciting game.
What annoyed me in this game? The jersey clash. That was disgraceful from the NRL. I don't know why they. Like, I understand Sharks wearing that jersey, but why, if they're wearing those jerseys, would you get the Titans to wear their home jersey at an away game?
At an away game.
Why couldn't they just wear their white ones?
Literally,
I don't understand what went wrong there. Like,
it's like, I just don't understand, like, whose fault was it? Was it the NRL?
Well, the NRL, like, assigned which jersey they have to wear.
Maybe Titans ignored them. There was a situation in 2018, Bulldogs-Eels. The Bulldogs got told they had to wear their home jersey against the Eels in an away game, but their home jersey was at the dry cleaners, and they had planned to wear...
What?
Yeah, this is a true story. So it was... Here, I'll give you a bit more context. I'm going to try and explain this a bit better because it's a good story. So in 2018, the Bulldogs had the home jersey, which was white one, blue at the top. They had the away jersey, which was stripes. That year it was blue and white stripes.
Yeah,
and then they had an alternate jersey, which was... I think it was originally a Nines jersey, and then the Nines got cancelled. And it was like blue, white, and black, and it had like the Bulldog.
Oh, yeah.
You probably have seen it.
Yeah, I do.
The Bulldog like biting through the jersey. And so the Bulldogs had planned to wear that jersey against the Eels. And the NRL said, no, it's too much of a clash or whatever. They denied the Bulldogs to wear it, but the Bulldogs had already planned on wearing it, and they wore the home jersey the week before. So their home jersey was at the dry cleaners. They were told they couldn't wear that alternate jersey.
That was this one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Hold it up. I'll have to pop it up.
Insert it in.
I might insert it in. We'll see if I remember. And
Yeah.
so they wore their away jersey. It's the only jersey they could wear.
But the dry cleaner, I thought they got new jerseys
And pull
made
it up.
every week.
Google 2018 Bulldogs Eels, and you'll see the jersey clash. It wasn't even that bad in my opinion. But yeah, so the Eels wore.
Was that the crap game when Guffo tried to kick it out and missed it?
I think that was a different one. Same year, different game. I think that was Indigenous round.
Those years, I remember.
And the Bulldogs actually won this. They won both games. Back when we could win games.
Eels were rubbish that
Yeah,
year.
so we were wearing blue and white stripes, and the Eels were wearing blue and yellow stripes.
Yeah.
And so the NRL fined the Bulldogs.
I know which jersey you're talking about.
Yeah.
The Parramatta, stripe.
And so, the NRL actually fined the Bulldogs for wearing the wrong jersey and creating the clash. And what I'm trying to get to is...
Was it a Dogs away game?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I know. Yeah, 14-8. This was...
Yeah, if you look at images, you should
8,000.
You should be able to see the clash.
You'd think Bulldogs and Eels would get a bigger crowd than 8,000. That's
2018, both teams weren't going very well.
Yeah, I know. I see the clash.
So my question is, like, the NRL organises the jerseys.
They do.
And they did
and
in that game.
if you want to wear another jersey, you have to request it, and the NRL
and they organise this months in advance.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm wondering, did the Titans ignore the NRL?
Well,
Surely the NRL didn't organise for them both to be wearing light blue.
Would have assigned them.
Do you reckon the
why
NRL
are they wearing their
stuffs it
home
up?
jersey away when they clash? Like, I don't understand.
Like,
their white
how
jersey
did
would have
that
been
slip
fine
through?
there. Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I just don't understand
if
how
the
it slipped
Sharks
through.
might have came out last minute and said they want to wear this.
Their members' jersey was announced ages ago. I think it was announced pre-season. Like, the NRL would have known what they were doing. And that's why I wonder maybe the Titans ignored the NRL. And they should get fined if they did, because that's what happened to the Bulldogs.
I don't know the details of what happened there, but something obviously
went wrong.
They stuffed up badly there.
Yeah, something went wrong
The
for
game
sure.
just... I gave Titans some hope here.
Yeah.
To possibly challenge them, but Sharks were all over me.
Yeah, no, the Sharks just dominated.
Yeah.
The Sharks are
I
they're
watched the
looking
first
all
20
right.
minutes, but obviously the Sharks dominated.
Yeah.
It was a big scoreline.
Well, yeah, it was 36-6. I think what do you think of the Sharks in terms of making the 8
I think they
premiership
will, but again,
threats?
I feel like they're going to go out in the first week.
Well, they're currently in
And
fifth.
I'll tell you why. I've done the ladder predictor again.
You got Souths in 8th?
No,
Oh.
I've got Souths in 7th.
Sharks in 6th.
Yes.
And so, yeah,
we
like,
play Sharks week 1
yeah,
at Shark Park.
and you
which will
reckon
be
Souths win?
I'm just biased by saying that, but
No, I
we'll
mean,
win.
fair enough.
Shark Park week 1 will be
I
the
mean,
Sunday Arvo
you
game.
did just lose to the Sharks, but
Yeah, but that was last time we were at Shark Park. We beat them.
you lost to Sharks in Perth.
I know.
And what, now you're just going to
And
beat
that
them
was
at Shark
recently.
Park?
We have enough time to study them and get over them again.
So all year
It'll
to
be,
study them.
it'll be a Sunday afternoon game if we're 6th for 7th.
Yeah.
Which is weird to think because one of the most dead finals games I've ever seen would be the Saturday Arvo Knights and Raiders.
Yeah.
But biasly, I really hope South play the Raiders in the first week of the finals.
Because you can beat them.
Yes, I think they're like the St Kilda the Raiders at the moment. Like everyone in the AFL wants to play St Kilda in the finals because they're overachieving.
Like,
the
you'd
Raiders are
assume
the same
anyone
here.
like right now, the worst team in the top 8 is probably the Raiders.
Yeah, by far.
Yeah.
But I don't even think they deserve to be up there.
Yeah.
Look at their for and against. Like,
Yeah, it's so
disgraceful.
like for reference, it's 4th place Storm 4 and against 127,
Yeah.
Sharks 5th 4 and against 110, Raiders 4 and against 120. Except it's
120.
minus 120.
Yeah.
Like it looks normal.
Just like,
But
how
it's
are they
flipped.
there? How are they up this high? Like, I understand they grind through games and get wins, but
I was looking at it actually. I was on the math. Their 4 and against is the 4th worst in the comp.
I know.
It's
bad as well.
it's so bad. It's
they
really
either win
bad.
really tight or they get pumped.
Yeah.
That's literally how this has happened.
Yeah, the conceding 48 points on the weekend didn't help.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you reckon Sharks are gonna come in 5th?
6.
Sorry, yeah, 6th, and have the home final against South. Can they threaten the? Well, you said that you think they're gonna lose week 1.
Yeah.
So obviously you don't think they can threaten the comp.
No.
and
Even if they didn't play South, no, I don't think they would.
Did this game change your mind on like how you think they're gonna go?
Not really. Like I still expect them to not go that far in the finals.
Yeah.
Whereas the Titans, like, I don't think we need
Yeah,
to talk. Like, they're not playing finals. You know, they might get another win before the end of the year. Like,
I feel like we jumped into them well last
yeah.
week when we spoke about Des Hasler and stuff,
Yeah.
and And we said how they could be a real threat if they managed to keep Fafita and Tino. And like clockwork, they've re-signed Tino and
10
Fafita.
years for Tino.
What do you make of that?
I like it, but again, it could come back to bite them in the bum.
I think it's good for Tino.
Oh, yeah, for Tino. And Fafita for 3 years, which I'm happy with.
Yeah,
I could see the Titans winning another game.
they play us.
They play
the last
Penrith,
week.
Melbourne, and the Dogs. That's their run.
So they're not winning another game this season.
I mean, they can.
Well, you reckon they're going to beat Panthers or Storm?
I reckon they could beat the Dogs at Seabass at
Nah.
in 2 p.m. game.
Nah.
Like, it's going to be stinking hot there.
Nah, no chance.
There we go.
Couldn't
Fair
beat us earlier in the year. The Ock was too
Over
much.
pre-season when like BK, I did a stream and everyone's like predicting the ladder. Everyone's like, "Oh, that Titans Dogs game could decide a lot for the 8." Like, I'm like,
Yeah, it'll decide a lot for the bottom 8.
yeah, it's going to be like one of the.
Who will be 14th? Who will be 15th?
Exactly.
Stay tuned. we could
Everyone was
jump
hyping it up. They're like, that game could like decide who
Yeah.
finishes in the 8. I'm like, really?
Nah, bro. Yeah. As I said, like we touched on the Titans a bit last week, and now Tino and Fafita are locked in. The Tino contract for Tino, I think it's good for the Titans. What's
Yeah,
the point
you
in
think it's
signing
too
someone for
long?
10
Do
years?
you reckon they panicked and just like said, no one's having him?
I feel like that to do what that's to do to keep him.
I
Yeah,
think the Storm offered him a similar deal.
and it makes
10-year
us.
deal.
Oh, really?
Apparently, yeah. That
I
would be
just-
huge.
The contracts just don't even get seen out, even when they're 3-year contracts. I just don't see the benefit of a 10-year.
Tamalolo's lasted. Cherry Evans has lasted.
They're very. Do you know what I mean? Like this, they're the outliers. There's so many contracts that just don't last.
Yeah.
Like look at Ben Hunt.
I reckon it will last. To the
You reckon?
Tino, yeah.
There you go.
I reckon he'll stay.
I reckon the Titans might fold as a club within 10 years. You just don't know.
Yeah, you don't know, do
Yeah,
you?
no, that 10 years is a long time. We might be moving to Mars in 10 years. Honestly.
Imagine if we eventually, like, the 20th team is in Mars or something.
Yeah.
Imagine if we get to that point.
In 10 years' time, we could literally have a team from Mars playing.
How funny would that be?
you
Imagine
never know.
having to travel there.
Yeah, imagine having. That's a road trip and a half.
Oh,
It takes years.
exactly.
It takes like a lifetime to get there. I don't know what the logistics would be. We have to invent time travel.
I
or
know what
something.
Valandis would be like. Oh, it's about expansion
Yeah.
growing the game. Like,
Maybe we take round 1 to Mars 2025.
then what?
just
We'd have to wait 3 years
taste
for the next season.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, if we fly 2 teams up there now, and they just
True.
book it in for like 2030,
Yeah, so we can fly the bloody Tigers and
well, you'd have to
the
fly
Dragons.
2 expansion teams there because you don't want to get in the way of the next 5 years. So you'd have to go like Perth Bears, go
And
like West
Adelaide.
Coast Bears, and send Adelaide. I guess they
Yeah.
can go. We'll send them to Mars
Or
now.
logistically, if you wanted to send the current team, you'd send the Tigers and the Dragons or the Dogs.
Nah, not the Dogs, mate.
Well,
There's no Lebanese fan base up on Mars.
the Martians might get involved.
The Martians.
Yeah.
That's a good team though. The
Or
Mars
maybe
Martians.
get the Titans some supporters and send them up there.
Yeah, and send the Titans up there. Who, if you had to send 2 teams to Mars to open a season, who would it be? And keep in mind, it means they're not playing for like the next 10 years.
I feel mean. I'd send the Roosters and I'd send just the Dolphins, I guess.
The
'cause, they're
Dolphins.
new. I'd think we'd be fine without them.
I think I'd send Tigers and Titans.
You'd send Tigers and Titans. Okay.
I feel like the Tigers, they're in shambles.
Yeah.
We don't need them around. And then the Titans just, sorry, but like they don't have that big of a fan base.
They don't.
Like they don't. Like I'm sorry, but
Like, they got passionate supporters.
Like they've got,
but, like,
they have. I'm not like everyone says they have no fans. They don't have no fans. They have fans, but they don't have the biggest fan base. I think
it's just
they
like-
probably have the smallest. Do they? I don't know. What are the stats?
they have a really small fan base.
Yeah.
Like I know.
Like I'm just trying to. I don't want
I'm
to
pretty
send
sure
a
the
team that's got a
Dolphins have
giant
more
fan
members
base.
than they do.
Yeah. Well,
pretty
like the Roosters, they don't have many people turn up to their home games.
Only when
Send
they're
them.
doing good, they do.
Yeah.
But yeah, like for me, Roosters and Dolphins. I'd
That's who you'd send to Mars.
Yeah.
Far out. We're dribbling here, Zane. We're getting very off.
Yeah, we are.
off topic. So that's Sharks Titans and Mars Martians. All right, game of the round. Broncos Eels. We love watching the Eels get pumped, don't we?
Yeah, this was a really entertaining game.
It was.
Reece Walsh was my player of the round. If you still listening from that moment, I thought he is. I don't want to make those calls. I'm waiting a few years about
You're gonna say
possible
immortal.
possible.
Bro, if he stays,
You can't say that based on one
but
year.
if he keeps playing, you can sit here and you can say if he plays the same way every year, he's an immortal.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you can't
100%
sit here and say that he will do that, but you can what if it? And yeah, I think if you keep playing like this, do you reckon
Broncos,
Dally M Smokey
Dally M.
for
He
Walsh?
You can't
he's
get it.
suspended.
Yeah. He's just so
true.
good, isn't he? Though?
He's a gun.
Like, the Broncos, like, as annoying as their fan base is, like, they look good
Yeah.
going in the and I really think they got the attack that can challenge Penrith.
I think this game of the weekend really just shifted them into gear. Hey, like
It did.
they took the chance and they like dominated the game, put 50 on the Eels, and that sort of made a statement where they're like, we're
After
ready.
every try, you had to listen to that annoying like, it really bugs me up the wall having to hear that. Like, I hope they get like a finally in Sydney so they can play that, and we can just because every time they lose the Broncos, everyone takes a mickey out of them doing that.
Yeah.
Every team does.
Yeah.
I remember in the Titans used to have that as theirs, but
Yeah.
no one would ever do it. So they just like
How about
got rid of all that.
the borderline try celebrations from the Broncos after every try?
Oh yeah,
What about
they're just rubbing it in now. at
oh
this point,
my
right?
favourite one, the Herbie Farnworth
Oh,
one,
yeah, the
where he
Coffee and
moonwalked
Jackson
backwards.
Coffee and Jackson Paulo.
Yeah. What about? I hate the Eels, Zane. I think
What
that's well
about
documented.
Walsh's try where he risked it? Oh, like, I thought he bombed it when he ran like right along the dead ball line.
Oh
and then-
yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought he bombed it. I'm like, oh, but no.
I hate when players do that.
Oh, yeah,
Like tiptoe along the dead ball. I should
Oh,
put the
like,
put
I
the ball
remember
down.
Adam Reynolds did it once and he like slightly touched it when he got up and did the surfing try.
Yeah.
Like I hate our players.
Yeah, they
do.
took it off him, eh?
Like I always panic. Like Alex Johnston does it a lot as well. I'm like, just put it down.
I don't mind running around to get the goal kick easy, but not when you along
right
the
on
dead ball line.
no.
Don't go near that. I mean, when I was a kid growing up playing footy, you got told the sideline's a snake. Stay away from it.
Yeah.
That's what maybe someone needs to tell the NRL players. It's a snake. Don't go near it. But yeah,
Eels were disappointing.
the Eels, I hate them, but I want to give credit to their halfback.
Moses.
Mitch Moses
Yeah.
breaks his face early in the game.
Wasn't that early. It was when Farnworth scored.
No, it was before that.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that's what I found out. He actually broke his face early in the game and then lied to the trainers saying, no, I'm fine, when he wasn't. Played through it. And then when he like missed Farnsworth, that's when he basically was like, nah, I'm going off. Because like he broke his face and then kept playing. And I respect that, to be honest.
He's not Sam Burgess, so he can't do the full
Yeah,
game.
he can't do the full game like Sam Burgess. But yeah,
Eels are terrible.
he did half a game. I
Eels were
respect it.
terrible in this game.
Yeah. I think obviously playing
gone.
I think playing half a game with Mitch Moses doesn't help, like having the second half without Mitch Moses. But even the first half, they just weren't in it. It was actually kind of embarrassing.
It was.
Like it was like
I thought it was going to
what
get
is
like,
going on?
disgusting score, like close to the
There were
Dogs score.
times where it was like, is
Yeah.
this going to hit 70?
Yeah.
But you just don't expect that from them. It was like as a compliment to them, they're better than that.
Early in the year,
That shouldn't
we were,
happen.
Like praising how good their for and against was, but now it's just falling right off a cliff.
yeah.
It's just
And like obviously, like they're missing Seaver. Like ignore the second half, just first half when Moses was playing. And once again, I guess he did break his face early in the game. But like they're missing Regan, they're missing Sevo. Are they having that big of an impact on the team?
no, yeah. They're
Like,
big
they
guys.
must, I
They're
guess.
big guys, trust me.
Yeah. And then they did change Brent. They had Brendan Hands at hooker for quite a while, and they were going so good with him. And then they brought in Joey Lussick and started Lussick, and I don't know why. Why don't they just leave Hands at hooker? Like they were going well.
Exactly. I don't know. Brad Arthur's made some questionable decisions this week as
Yeah.
well with the side.
Oh yeah, which I guess
we'll
we'll
get
touch
to
on later. But like Hopgood to second row and off and Gowie at lock, and then Brown at halfback. Like there's a
Yeah.
it's
We'll get
interesting.
to them soon. But
But yeah, I just
Eels, gone. Broncos, I think. will
like
make the
obviously
grand
Eels
final.
if they beat Roosters and Panthers, they probably make it. But I just don't think they can.
Then they can.
I don't think without Moses they can.
I don't think they can either, but they can.
But not
They're the
without
Eels.
Moses.
They're the Eels.
Not without Moses.
They can get an unexpected win out of nowhere.
Not
sometimes.
without Moses, surely.
Okay,
Regan and Sevo are back though.
they are.
But I just don't think they can without Moses.
But the Broncos, on the other hand, I think are making the grand final.
Yeah.
I might look at getting tickets soon
You don't need tickets.
for the grand
What do you
final.
need grand final tickets for?
Hey, what?
What do you need grand final tickets for?
Go to the grand final.
Why? Souths aren't playing.
Well, even if they're not, I might.
Oh, you're just going to go anyway?
Yeah,
Fair
maybe.
enough.
Because I want to get
Fair
involved in
enough,
the you know.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. I'm just
Like, if it's a Penrith Broncos grand final, I'd be back. I'd want Penrith to win.
why?
because I don't want to see Queensland and the Broncos win in 1 year.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm liking the Broncos. They're entertaining.
Like, I'd prefer to see Penrith win again than see like another team win before.
That's the thing. A lot of people hate Panthers. I don't even hate Panthers.
I don't
Like,
hate
if they
them
win,
either.
I don't even care.
Like,
hey.
people think I'd hate them as a South supporter because they always own us, but I don't like hate them. Like, I know a lot of South supporters who like despise them and think that the refs are corrupt towards them.
Yeah,
Like, no,
Penrith.
they're just too good for us.
If they win the comp, like, I genuinely am like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people are like, oh, Penrith. I'm like,
No, I
don't
get
care.
angry when they beat us, obviously.
oh,
but
obviously
I
if
don't,
they
like,
beat
hate
you.
them.
But I mean, there's teams I hate if they won the comp. Like Eels. If Eels won a comp,
if
I'd be
Roosters won, I'd be
ropeable.
filthy. But
But
Penrith, I'm just like,
Panthers,
"Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
good on them.
Yeah.
But people seem to get so cut about it. It's like,
Like, I know there's a lot of South supporters who just can't stand them because they own us every time they play us.
5 years ago, they were so bad, the Panthers.
Yeah, they were just like there. Like, they were literally like just like Manly and the Raiders, just like forgettable. Like, no one would.
In
they were
2020,
just-
they were what the Warriors are now. Like, they were everyone's second team.
Oh,
Everyone's
yeah.
loving the Panthers in 2020.
But then they became too
yeah.
good, and everyone.
That's like, if the
started
Warriors
hating.
become a bit too good, like, are they going to...
Yeah.
The same thing
and
will happen.
Then the arrogance came in
Yeah.
Penrith, and I
Yeah.
don't hate the arrogance.
Which they earn. They earn
they're
it.
allowed to be arrogant. They've won back-to-back comps,
Yeah.
so why can't they? Be?
Yeah, literally. Like, if you
Like,
you
if
have a
South
problem
won
with it, beat
back-to-back,
them.
I'd be arrogant.
Oh,
Like, I'd
mate,
be arrogant on this.
Mate,
all
I
the
get
time.
arrogant after the Bulldogs win one game.
Oh, I know you guys.
I'm
do.
arrogant after we bloody put one try on the Knights.
I know you guys are when you run out and jump on cars. And, like, yeah. You know, go a bit crazy over a win. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Mate, it's called passion. Look it up.
It's difference. There's a difference
Passion,
between
bruh.
passion. Like, well, I've had this discussion with many people about the dog supporters,
It's just passion.
about how ridiculous they get sometimes.
Just good honest rugby league passion. Just love our club.
Okay.
We're just passionate. You wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know what passion is.
Oh, no, we're the pride of the league.
You
We
just
know all the
you're
passion.
too new of a club. You're not old enough.
Are we?
Bloody born in 2000. You wouldn't get passion.
Yeah, well, apparently we've,
get old-fashioned ticker.
we've been stated that we've been around for over 50 years, but we were born in 2002. I'm a bit like confused.
I have
by that.
seen
Mr. Brendan
Yeah.
Haynes.
I've seen some expert analysts saying that. Yeah, I saw a fact video on a reputable like sporting media page where they said they were doing like South Sydney facts, and yeah, they said that they haven't won many premierships in the last 50. Well, they've won one premiership in the
Yeah.
last 50 years, but then they also said they were born in 02.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe check your facts. Which one is it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which one is it? Interesting times. But that was just a random
And
sports
again,
page
on
I
that,
saw.
we may have another special guest coming on. Finals time, I believe.
Well, I've been told that rumour.
Yeah,
Next game, Zane.
it was.
South-
My Bunnies taking on the St. George Illawarra Dragons, where we won 26-14 in probably one of the most boring first halves I've ever watched. The second half was better, but still pretty average.
Mate,
But
the second half was one of the worst halves of football I've ever watched.
second half, I didn't
Oh no,
mind-
maybe I'm
the first half.
No,
was,
I was thinking of the second half of the Bulldogs Knights game. Yeah, first.
the first half in this game was just boring.
There was a period during this game where on the NRL app it shows you like errors, complete
Yeah.
sets, all that. It literally said error,
Yeah,
penalty,
the-
set restart, penalty, set
Errors
restart,
galore
error.
this game.
It was so bad. It was not a good game of football.
Not at all.
Oh, the South just stooped to the Dragons' standards.
Like, I think if we didn't play the Dragons here, we would have lost.
Yeah, 100%. They were bad.
We won pretty convincingly in the end, but
It's 12. It wasn't that
should have
convincing.
been 32 too.
Well, there was a couple of tries at the end that I
That
thought were
Elias one
tries.
is a try. I don't
The
know
grounding?
why that is a joke.
Yeah, he
They-
grounded it. 100%.
Yeah.
That was a joke. That cost me money as well because I was on 13 plus. that was and even the forward pass.
And
I
the
thought was
offside
flat.
one was not offside. It's been proven.
Are you,
It's
mate,
been,
that was so offside.
We've got evidence
And
it's-
don't pull up this photo because the photo shows they're still offside.
the photo
it's
shows.
so offside. You can't be serious.
I'm getting this photo up.
Nah, they were so
evidence.
offside.
We have evidence that they were not offside.
I'd like to
Where is this-
apologise to the listeners of Orange Peelers. We do have a bias. We're both biased, and we apologise.
He's behind Ilias. There.
He's in front of him. Just because it's circled doesn't mean he's behind. He's still in front. He's in front.
His leg is behind Ilias's front back leg.
Nah, it's got to be both legs behind.
Insert the photo. Let you decide.
Yeah, it's
Was
got to
he
be.
offside?
It's
I
meant to
think
be
he
both
wasn't.
legs
Nah,
behind,
it
and
was
both
off-
legs were not behind.
But they'll never
was
take
so
it from him.
offside.
It was an easy try. It was a beautiful catch. Beautiful take from Walker. Beautiful pass. Oh, so good of a try. AJ getting another double. It's AJ's top of the try scoring tally.
Yeah, he's up there now.
Doesn't feel like he scored that much this year, but
You called that as well.
Or that he was going to get up
Yeah.
there.
When we were doing predictions, you were like, I was like, top try scorer, and you were
Well,
like,
I believe
reckon
he's
AJ.
going up against Greg Marju this week, so he may
And
get a
Young.
couple there.
Yeah, right.
Because Greg Marju in defence is a bit, but in attack he's a tank. But
Well, yeah, it'll be interesting. You said AJ was going to score a hat trick every week, and he's got a hat trick and a double.
yeah,
So he's doing all right.
yeah.
I think that South's going to miss the finals.
You reckon they'll miss the finals?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
No, it won't. I refuse to believe it will happen.
Yeah, South's miss finals. Roosters will knock them out.
You reckon?
Yeah. They'll lose tonight this week. Roosters beat Eels. Roosters beat Tigers. Who
Well,
did
you
play?
reckon Roosters will get in?
Yeah, Roosters will jump.
You reckon?
Souths, yeah.
It's not happening. No, it's not. South won't miss the 8.
Nah.
We need everything to go wrong for it to happen.
I think from memory on my ladder predictor, I had South 7th and I had Roosters 8th.
Do you really reckon Roosters can get in?
That was just on my ladder predictor. It doesn't take into account for and against.
Like, if we miss the 8, this is going to be worse than the Broncos last year.
I don't think you can miss it.
I just
But
don't.
the
We need
footy you're playing
everything.
right now isn't great.
It's just scrappy. Like, we're winning. Like, did you see Troll after the game?
Yeah.
When he got interviewed? He's like, oh, yeah, bro, we got improvement in us. And then they're like, how's the calves going? He's like, oh, I don't have calves. I got shins.
Yeah.
The only calves I've got are at the farm."
Yeah. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
He's
That's a good line. that he said that.
That interview, credit where it's due, he had me giggling. He had me giggling a little bit. I thought it was pretty funny, that interview. Yeah.
We're just waiting every week for South to come in and have that statement game.
And they just
They haven't done it
I
yet.
genuinely reckon Knights beat them.
You reckon?
I'm concerned about South in terms of just like they should make the 8, but they're just not playing good footy. They're not.
I think they might be preparing themselves to play some big games in a few weeks. That's what
Well, you
I'm-
bloody hope so.
Yeah.
Because they're just like
I have
that
a
loss to the
feeling,
Sharks
we
was
see
bad
this
as
every
well.
year. They get ridden off and then they still make the prelim. Like, they seem to always
Well,
peak at the right
That's
time
because
of
they
year.
just always make it to the prelim and lose the prelim. We know this. They do
Yeah,
it
but
every
still
year.
make it. It's an incredible achievement. Not many other clubs. Like, I believe we have the longest streak of
fair
being
enough.
making the prelim final.
Longest
going
streak of being
going
mediocre.
the
eh?
furthest into the
Yeah.
finals every year. Penrith is second behind us. So we're one of the better sides in the league. Unfortunately, we haven't won 7 of those.
You're one of the better sides in the league in terms of making prelims.
Yeah, making it far. So I'll take that win. I thought Terrell Sloan was good for the Dragons. Apart from that, they were just whatever.
I'm just trying to see. Oh, you have the bye.
Yeah.
So you got Knights, the bye, and then who?
Roosters.
And then Roosters. So, yeah, okay.
Which
That
we
bye
will
is
win.
Andy.
Which we will win at Roosters game.
I'm just
If we
think-
lose both, we'll be 12-12.
My concern is Roosters. They've come off. How many have they won in a row? 1 or 2?
But you got to remember, hey,
How many have Roosters won? What's their
2
winning
in a row.
streak?
And
then
you got to remember they have terrible for and against as well.
Yeah. And as I said, that's like
They're 4
my ladder
points behind
predictions didn't
South.
take that into my issue. I'm not talking Roosters eliminating South from finals. I'm just thinking if Roosters beat Eels this week and then do a number on the Tigers, that's momentum rolling into a South game. And if the South game is must win to make finals, they'll be up for it.
And it's Jared Reha-Hargrave's 300th game.
Like
as
they'll
well.
be up for it. And I'm not saying they win and knock South out. I'm just saying that's
you reckon
winnable.
they could win that
It's
game?
winnable.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
But see, I return that core as well.
And it's off a bye for South, which is big.
Yeah.
But
think
I'm
it's
just saying, I think it's
much
winnable
needed-
for the
much
Roosters.
needed buy as well.
And like South could be in the same position. Maybe it'll be must win for South to make finals, and then they'll be up for it as
Yeah,
well.
and Troll loves playing the Roosters as well.
It'll be a good game.
Yeah, it's going to be.
I
reckon
hope
you should
Roosters
I
win the
reckon you
next
should
2.
try and get up there.
Bulldogs playing.
Hey,
Bulldogs playing in it.
no, they're not.
Oh well, then why would I be there?
I don't know. It's just rivalry game. It's Friday, the 1st of September. I think Bulldogs play there as well, like the next day maybe.
I'll just stay overnight. Do they still double hit? No, we play Titans that round.
Oh yeah, you.
Maybe
do.
I will go just to get a game of footy
Yeah,
under
you
my
play
belt.
the Manly the week before. I think. Yeah, okay.
Don't tempt me. We play
Everyone's going to be
Titans,
there.
so-
I know a lot of people going to see this game. It's going to be a very interesting.
Well,
match.
I need footy.
It's going to be a very toxic night as well. I can tell you. Whatever happens, whoever wins, it'll be a very toxic night.
If
after
it's
it.
a game that decides who makes the 8, I'll go.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because that'll be
We
good.
could get like a sin bin Friday.
Yeah,
sin bin of fun.
exactly. So yeah, what do you think? Are South going to make the finals?
Yeah. I reckon they finish 7th, same as last year.
Yeah.
and then we go on a run from there. Beat
And-
the Sharks week 1, beat the Warriors week 2, and then get to the prelim and lose to the Broncos
Yeah.
in week 3 at Suncorp.
Speaking of the Broncos, actually, before we move on, because we don't need to talk about where the Dragons are going to finish, Harsh re-signed.
He did.
They locked him up. What do you reckon? Good move?
Well, good move. Like, he was offered by the Western Force.
Yeah, there was a lot of
Have
union
won,
after him.
3 games, like, in the last 2 years. So, like,
Yeah.
why would he go there? Good re-signing. I wish he went just to see how the Broncos could handle it without him, but he's not going
Would have
anywhere.
been nice for him to come to
They're
the
losing
Bulldogs.
Flegler as well, the Broncos.
Where's he? So?
He's going to the Dolphins next
Oh,
year.
that's right. Yeah, that is a loss. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so if they lost Haas and Flegler, like, and Martin Tapau retiring as well.
I thought he extended for
Yeah,
a
he
year.
did, but he'll be retired like by the time
yeah.
Haas goes, if he did win.
Yeah. Tigers, Warriors.
I didn't watch this game.
I think I did.
Did
No, I didn't
Yeah.
because the Tillies were playing.
Yeah, that's why I didn't watch it either.
Yeah.
But I heard Tigers were okay. I heard Warriors
I had it on. I had it
exceptional.
on.
Yeah.
So I did see bits and pieces.
I think the Tigers have a win coming.
the Tigers got up for it.
And I
from
think
what I saw.
Yeah, I think they have a win coming.
Yeah.
I think maybe this week.
If this, if this game was against like say Dragons or maybe even Bulldogs,
They would have won.
yeah, and that's like you're like a win's coming. They're huge favourites this week,
They are.
but they sacked their coach.
Yeah, so he's gone straight away.
I read somewhere it was immediately,
Right. Okay.
but I've also read that Benji
Next
starts
year.
next year, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I've read both, but it's like
It's weird.
if there's a game that the Tigers, it'd be very West Tigers to lose a game that they're $1.30 favourites to win.
Probably.
After
And they'll probably
sacking their
lose like
coach.
40-12, something
Yeah, and like the Dolphins have so many injuries.
like that. They do. Yeah, Dolphins is ridiculous.
Yeah,
They're
and so it's just
We'll get to them soon,
like,
but like...
what do you think about Team Sheen's getting sacked / standing down?
I mean, I never was a fan of him from the start when they first recruited him.
Yeah.
It feels like not even that long ago. And
Yeah.
the poor guy's just already...
Well, it's his first season. Obviously, he's coached before,
don't
but like
know
it's
if
his
Benji's
first
the
of
answer,
the
though,
team.
for this team going forward.
You want my
They should
take?
have gone for a more
They
experience.
should have just kept Madge. I don't think Madge was
There's
the
too
issue.
much pressure on him, though. That's
He
the
wasn't
thing.
the issue.
He wasn't, but
Look,
there
they're worse now without him.
yeah, there was just too much, like,
Yeah, but
there's too much pressure on him.
They-
He had to go.
I'll tell you where the problem is. It's
They
the
should.
board.
They should have gone for Des Hasler. I know
Yeah.
Hasler was sacked after they signed Sheen.
I can see him being there as well.
Yeah, but they needed a more experienced coach. Like, they should have gone for Flano.
Yeah,
Serrato, I know they went for, but he declined.
yeah.
Well, he's not experienced, but
He's useless.
they needed, it's ridiculous.
Not a good coach.
Even get Webby back there.
Webby.
Webby, they should have picked him up before he went to the Warriors. You know, he's
Yeah.
coached the Tigers before as an interim coach. He got slotted right back in there.
Yeah, I just don't think Sheens or Benji was the answer.
Yeah.
Clearly Sheens wasn't.
Weird to see, but on this game, like, we didn't watch it. The scoreline
Yeah.
looked like it was
Well, as I
quite
said,
high
like
scoring,
I had
obviously.
it on, and from what I saw, Warriors were playing good footy. The Tigers hung in the contest. Waz got the job
I
done.
saw Watan's Lesniak's a really good try, though.
Oh yeah, in the corner.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
They wanted to take off him, but no,
Yeah.
thank God they didn't.
Yeah, it's just so good seeing the Waz do good. Like this was an away game, but it was in New Zealand. The crowd gets behind them. I'd love to go to a Warriors game. The atmosphere looks so
Yeah.
good.
But, Souths in the finals are going to beat Sharks week 1. They'll beat the Warriors over there in week 2, and then we'll lose to the Broncos in Suncorp.
That's
week
like
3.
I did my ladder predictor and then my finals bracket, and I had Souths playing Warriors week 2, and I had Warriors winning, and then losing to
Thanks a
Panthers
lot.
week 3.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. I had a Panthers Broncos grand final.
Yeah, I have that as well.
Because I think Souths land on the same side as Panthers, don't they?
I think if we finish 7th,
It's winner of Warriors.
if we finish 7th and Penrith finish second, we don't.
Oh,
we'll
mate.
get on the Broncos and Storm.
Yeah,
side.
I'd Panthers win. I'd Panthers first,
Yeah, okay.
and then I'd winner of Warriors.
Then if you had us
Souths playing-
8th, then we still couldn't play them.
No, I'd you 7th.
Okay,
No.
yeah, then we can end
Yeah.
up on their side,
Yeah. Yeah,
which would be annoying to lose to them
but
again.
it doesn't matter because I genuinely had the Warriors in New Zealand beating Souths.
Yeah, big
Well-
win or
No, not a big win, but a win.
yeah.
I think if Warriors and South played this week, Warriors would win.
Oh yeah,
Anyway.
I agree. I agree with that.
But obviously, finals is a different beast. But like we've said it all year, a home final for the Waz,
At Eden Park,
which
though,
is basically
apparently.
locked
It's going
in
to be
now.
at Eden Park.
Yeah, it'll go off. It'll go off.
I wonder what Channel 9 are going to do about this. Like
Cry.
having to go. Yeah, they're going to
Yeah.
be so annoyed that they have to go over to
Yeah.
New Zealand too.
Mate, they'll have people hanging off the roofs trying to get into this game. It'll be hectic. It's unwinnable.
Imagine all the streakers they're going to get.
for the away team. Yeah, all the streakers.
Yeah, because in New Zealand, the laws behind like doing it are a lot different to what they are here.
Oh,
Like,
is that
that's
why they get so
a lot,
many?
because they don't get like
They get
charged.
heaps.
They don't get charged.
Yeah.
Like they get in trouble, but like they don't get fined.
Yeah.
And that's why you see heaps of them over
That
there.
makes sense.
They really need to fix that law up. And
What about Roosters, Dolphins? Did you watch any of these?
last half, and I was just like, whatever.
I was just watching the Tillies again. This is a game, genuinely.
Drew Hutchison could have gone close to my player of the round.
I've seen a lot of people talking about Drew Hutchison.
He was.
I don't know what happened. I don't know why they're saying
He was
it.
good in this game.
He was.
He absolutely killed it.
Everyone says Drew Clutchison.
Yeah,
Did he
he-
clutch something
yeah.
up? What happened?
And he just made a
Just
lot of
played
wicked
good.
passes. Like he made all the right decisions.
Was he playing halfback?
Yeah, he was great.
Is he named at halfback this week? I read Sam Walker was in the reserves.
Yeah, so he might. Yeah, I think so. I don't look at the Roosters lineup, but I think he.
I don't know why you'd bring Sam Walker in if
But
you
have you seen
if it
the
worked.
Radley drop kick try that they took off him?
No.
And I see Hainsey blowing up about it. He's like, "Oh, we got evidence. Billy Slater doing that once." And
That's
got a
true.
try."
It's a
That
fair
is
point.
true. I know, but Slater was going for field goal.
That's what they said.
The bunker
He
literally
wasn't.
said he was attempting a field goal. How ridiculous!
He
is
wasn't
That?
at all. That was against us, I think.
No, it was against the
Oh,
Broncos in Suncorp.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
but how ridiculous
Yeah.
was that?
so stupid.
It was right 10
At
meters.
the same time, though, in my opinion, I mean, I feel like a drop kick should be play on.
Yes.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, but it's just ridiculous.
It's a weird rule that you can only drop kick if you're attempting a field goal because that's
It's not
so
even
great.
that. It's just the fact that they said he was attempting
Yeah.
a field goal,
Which he
just
wasn't.
Stupid.
But I just feel like a drop kick should be play on.
But yeah, apart from
I
that,
know.
like Dolphins started well, but they're finished for the year.
Yeah,
And it's a shame because they started off so well, but they're done.
they still overachieved compared to what everyone expected.
This is how everyone expected them to go.
Yeah.
This kind of performance.
And now the Roosters, their finals runs, it's time.
We completely ruled them
They
out
make-
the other week. And what makes
Yeah.
us like now all of a sudden change our minds?
Just my ladder predictor.
Hey,
Just my ladder predictor.
yeah, like
They've
I
come
know-
good
play
to an
the Eels,
extent.
which I wouldn't say is a winnable, like a confirmed win for them.
Oh yeah, it's not a locked in win.
Yeah, Tigers you'd have to think of, but I feel like they're playing with a lot of heart.
The Roosters have been
very.
very inconsistent this year.
They have, and then they play South, which is just an automatic loss.
But once
So,
again, if they win the Eels game, win the Tigers game, build momentum, it's a winnable game. The South one.
it's not.
It's not an automatic loss. It's winnable.
It's not a chance in the world. But
Clip
they should
that up.
suspend the odds. They should suspend the odds on that game because Roosters will not win.
Clip
It won't
it.
happen.
Clip it.
We can clip it all we want. We'll post it the next day after that game, 2nd of September.
What do you
You'll see this
reckon?
clip.
What do you reckon? South lose. You got to wear a Roosters jersey on the podcast. How confident are you?
Won't wear a Roosters jersey. Might go to the vintage Fred and order a Victor Radley
You got to
shirt.
wear a Victor Radley shirt.
Okay.
If Souths lose to Roosters, you have to buy a Victor Radley shirt from the vintage thread.
I'll wear a Roosters hat on the podcast.
Deal.
Done.
I'll take that.
I know someone who'd get me hooked up with a Roosters hat, so, you know.
You're a Roosters fan, are you?
No.
I can't wait for that because I think Roosters can win that game.
Oh.
I really do. All right. As I said, I didn't watch much of that game, but shout out to the Tillies. Let's give them another shout out.
Yeah.
Winning in the penalty
It's a
shootout.
long-ass game, wasn't
Some
it?
of the most exciting. It's actually the longest penalty shootout in Women's World Cup
It
history.
has to be. It went
It
forever.
was, yeah.
Go
It
close
was
to
so-
the longest in the men's as
I
well.
was nearly crying of nerves watching
Yeah.
it. It was so stressful.
It'd have to go close to the longest, like in men's as well.
Yeah,
all the time.
I don't think
went
it wasn't the
forever.
longest, but it'd be
It's like-
up there.
It went forever.
Yeah. The shootout itself went for 20 or 30
I
minutes.
know.
Yeah. Wild.
It was ridiculous.
And that's after 120 minutes
Yeah.
plus injury time. So that's a lot. That's a long game. You see all the videos of the people at the Roosters game in
watching
the
it.
it's
Then
good
when
stuff.
Ray Stone scored, you just hear the cheering for the Matildas.
Yeah. Nah, it's good. Just good on us. Good on us rugby league. Good on us Australian sport. Aussie ticker. Storm Raiders. Do you watch any of this one? I didn't see much of it.
I didn't. I was at work and then I checked the
Well, I was
score and I was
driving
like, what the?
I was driving to Newcastle. I did see a little bit. I saw enough to know that Jerome Hughes absolutely killed it. Played very good. Nick Meaney as well, killed it.
Yep.
Jack White and Shocker. Nearly my most disappointing player.
Easy.
He
Harry
wasn't
Grant
very
killed
good.
it.
Killed it. Munster did his thing.
Yeah. Well,
Did you see this result coming, Zane?
no. Expected Storm to win, but not like to this extent.
I thought Raiders were a chance.
Do you know what I
Didn't
did see coming as soon as I saw that score? Ricky Stewart's press conference.
What did you say?
He spoke for like 30 seconds and said he's on the mood to talk and got up and left.
Yeah, he bagged him, eh?
I knew that was going to happen.
It just wasn't up to standard. They had so much to play for, blah,
I
blah,
knew
blah.
exactly that would happen.
What about the disrespect from the Storm? They were up, they had scored 48, scored the try after the siren, and then gave their kick to somebody. It was Tonema Pier, who was playing maybe his 50th or something, and he took the goal kick. He's never had a kick in his life. Craig Bellamy said he doesn't even have kicks at training. The disrespect to just give him the goal kick. And then he missed and cost him 50.
Oh well.
And now Raiders can still win the comp. Except they can't because they lost to Panthers by 50.
Yeah, and they're not going to anyway.
And they're not going to. Do you reckon, realistically, can the Bulldogs beat them this week? Because like Raiders, they're not looking
back
that
at
good.
home, and Stewart was pissed, was furious.
So you're saying no? You reckon Raiders win big?
Oh, yeah, I reckon they will, but
By 1 to 12.
Dogs will be a lot better as well. Yeah, it'll have to be like by 2.
Well, we're missing
4.
Preston now.
Yeah, it'll have to be by 2, by 4. Like it'll be like a really close game because Raiders just don't like winning 14 plus.
Croker retired.
He did.
Well, he announced his retirement.
Devo, but I used to love Croker.
He used to be my favourite player outside of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, 5-6 years ago, he was one of my favourite.
Yeah, like 2017 to 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always loved him.
But, you know, they're making way. They got some good young kids coming through.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that he's retired, but it's sad.
Yeah.
I'm fuming because obviously I'm going to the game this week, and I was looking at the draw. I was like, is this going to be his last home game? No, they play Manly the week after.
Okay.
I'm like, damn it. I was nearly at because I was at his return game last year because that was against the Bulldogs.
Oh, yeah.
His first game back, and so that was cool to be a part of. Yeah. And then I was nearly at his last home game, which would have been good. I don't know if I'm going to say this, but don't take it the wrong way, but he could get hurt and it could be his last game.
Imagine.
And I'm not wishing injuries upon him. I don't want that to happen, but at rugby league, things like that happen. Like, look at Mitch Moses. He got injured. His season's over.
Exactly.
It happens. It'd be a shame if I was at his last game.
Yeah. The Raiders were just terrible in this game. By the sounds of it, obviously they were. Like, I didn't watch it, but I heard they got 2 points early.
Yeah, they led 2-0.
Yeah. So there we go.
Yeah.
Next.
Obviously, they expected a close one as well. But yeah, they're in the finals though. Hey, can they fall out?
They can.
They can if they lose to us.
They got Dogs, Brisbane, and Cronulla.
Yeah.
They can.
They do win a lot against the Sharks though.
That Sharks game is going to be all of round 27's games. I've looked at them. They're all so interesting.
Oh yeah, Bulldogs, Titans.
Oh yeah, except that one. That's just their perfect.
No,
game.
yeah,
perfect game for Sunday 2:00.
Sharks, Raiders, really good game round 27 because even Sharks aren't locked in
they
yet.
literally got that timing spot on. 2 p.m. Sunday, Bulldogs, Titans.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
BK's out looking for revenge for those fools that.
Fools? What do you mean?
Annoying him at a core last time.
Grow up. That's just banner. That's just passion. Just deal with it.
Okay.
That's just, we're saying that Panthers are arrogant, but they've earned it. We've earned that. We earned that arrogance. We won. Okay. We won by 2 points. All right. We earned it.
Next.
Learn to stop Jade Knockenball from scoring, and then you can complain.
No more Jade Knockenball.
Anyway, speaking of Jade Knockenball, the Bulldogs lost to the Knights 42-6.
Jade Knockenball did play, did he?
Nah.
Not the Ockenball.
He played New South Wales Cup.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he got dropped, bro. He's not even in first grade now. He's playing second row in Cup.
At least he's playing second row. Wish him the best.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like he's off to a new home next year.
Maybe
don't know where it's going to be. Maybe South. I don't know.
I'd still honestly re-sign him. I'd take him. I still like him as a second rower. Yeah. I like him as off the bench in the middle, actually. Just small minutes in the middle. He can replace Tavita, who retired.
Yeah.
What do you reckon of that? Let's talk about my boy Tavita.
He's he's played Origin. He's had success at the Broncos. He kind of won a combat Penrith.
Success at Broncos.
They were top 8 sort of team.
Wasn't he there when they got the spoon?
Yeah, he was. But success at the Broncos, early in his career, 2017.
I don't know if that's success.
And then Penrith.
He won the. He didn't play in the grand final.
He didn't play, but he won. Yeah. Then he got State of Origin this year, and I think he knows he's not going to ever win at the Dogs, so he's just like, I'm out of here. I think that's the case.
I cannot work out what the case is. Hey, I can't work it out.
It's strange how
the club told him.
It just happens out of nowhere after
he's 27
yeah,
with superstar potential.
After the Dogs get pumped out of nowhere, he just quits. Just looking like Sonny Bill.
Like they're saying he's going to boxing. Yeah, like
Sonny Bill all
what happened?
over
Did
again.
Sonny Bill convince him to go? Did the Bulldogs say to him like, "We're playing you in cup," and he's like, "Well, I'm retiring
Probably.
then."
I
He
reckon-
like
I
because
reckon something like
he
that.
said it at the start of the
So
season.
he's gone like now, is he?
No, not effective immediately. He's playing out the season.
So he's playing this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I'll give you a bloody take, Zane. Why are we picking him this week? Why?
It's just like the Roosters with Sawali. Like everyone's like, why are they picking?
They're competing though. What are we doing? We're not competing.
They
What
just wanna-
benefit does it
They
have?
just want to try and get a win. You know, you got New
Why?
South Wales Blues legend.
Mate, he's
Being
not.
so
He's not even
disrespectful.
playing good.
Yeah, he is.
Give Curtis Moran a run. I think it's stupid that we're playing him. Honestly, let him retire now. If he wants to leave, let him go. He's a dog.
Okay, well, he's very fiery about that one, isn't he?
He's a dog. You can't just
Yeah, he is a dog.
like. Are you serious? He came in and was like, "Oh, I'm not playing up to my potential, and so I'm giving up." What a quitter! What a horrible life attitude. Oh, you're not playing as good as you can, so you're just going to quit. Imagine if every NRL player did that. There'd be none left. How about you bloody have a crack and get better? Seriously,
He's very passionate about this speech, isn't he?
mate. I'm serious.
Gotta send it to.
What
Rod
kind of
Tavita.
attitude is that? That they're like, oh, I'm not playing to the level I want to, so I'm going to quit. How would you feel if a South Sydney player did
Oh,
that?
I'd be annoyed.
How would you feel if Cameron Murray was like, I'm not playing that good this year, so I'm going to retire?
I'd be furious.
Like, look at Latrell right now. Like, Latrell is not playing to his potential right
Latrell's
now.
already come out and said he's happy to retire when he's 30 to get a role at
Yeah,
Fox
but
Sports.
how would you feel if he retired right now because he's not playing at his potential?
I'd be like, let's get another fullback.
Exactly.
I'd be like, go straight to the market. I'd
Yeah.
be like, just goodbye, don't come back.
See you later, Tavita. You're like dead set. That's just not good enough. That is not. If that's your attitude, you should not be in the NRL. Like, see you later. I'll go pack his bags. You're
But-
kidding.
The game, however,
Yeah. Nah, the Bulldogs, the first half, the first 39 minutes, it was so embarrassing. The tries were so soft.
they were.
So soft.
They-
Softer
yeah.
than the first night's game. I thought we were looking down the barrel of 66-0.
Oh, I thought that at one
Luckily
point.
for us, the Knights came out in the second half
Luckily,
and played
Hastings
terribly.
got hurt,
Yeah.
which is weird to say. Luckily, he got hurt.
Like,
and,
for
and
the
he's
sake of
named
the
this week as
scoreboard.
well.
Yeah. I'm glad that he's not badly hurt because it looked really bad.
It did, and he looked in pain.
Like, he
I don't know
looked
if he was
like in a
milking
lot-
it just to
No,
get
I think
penalty,
he
but
was just-
He was in
I
pain.
think like he probably had like nerves twinging and stuff. I'm very grateful that he's okay.
Yeah, but Preston is gone.
There was a lot of people like, that's not even a hip drop.
Yeah, that was a hip.
That was
an
textbook hip
That was
drop.
an example of a hip drop.
That hip drop will be you, and it wasn't an intentional. I don't think he didn't mean to hip drop, but it was a hip drop.
And I love how Marnie's trying to question him, and then the ref just like,
Yeah.
okay, you gonna let me talk? It's just like, okay.
Marnie did a lot of talking to the ref on the weekend.
He did.
It's like high tackles. High tackles aren't intentional usually, but they're still, you're not allowed to do them. It's the same with the hip drop. It's not intentional. Preston didn't mean to hurt him, but he did a hip drop. He deserves a suspension, unfortunately, and now he's ineligible for Rookie of the Year,
Yeah.
which sucks.
Dream
but
Buller, lucky man.
locked in, like genuinely locked in, or Katoa
Yeah, but I reckon it'll be
for political reasons. Yeah, but yeah, as I said, the defense in the first half, just shocking. So soft. The Gagai try,
It's down the middle. Their defense.
the
is
Gamble
really,
try.
It's down the
Yeah.
middle where their defense
Yeah, the
is
forwards.
really poor.
Luke Thompson's defense was shocking. Kick-outs wasn't up to scratch.
Pangai, obviously.
Let's not even go back to Pangai. He played like 20 minutes.
So
he
he's not-
didn't play
he's
many
not
minutes
gonna be
either.
Officially called a Bulldogs legend.
No, he's an ex-Bulldogs legend.
Oh, so he's still.
He
an
played New South
ex-Bulldogs
Wales
legend.
for us.
True, he did.
We turned him into a rep player. He didn't play New South Wales for any other
Yeah,
club.
strangely.
That's actually, I want to go, let's go back to Tavita because I had another point I did want to say. Because obviously, like, I did give that whole I'm mad at Tavita Pangai Jr. rant, but I want to look a bit further. What does it say about the club that you got a 27-year-old with superstar potential just happily retiring? If he was at Panthers and he wasn't playing, like, 'cause as I said, his excuse was, I'm not playing up to the standard I want to be playing at. If he was at the Panthers, do you think he retires?
No.
If he was at the Broncos?
Right. Sorry, I'm yawning here.
Yeah, no,
I was
that's
talking about Tavita.
Yeah, we're talking about the Bulldogs.
Describe
Same
his career
Jordan.
there. Just,
Like, do you-
I feel like they'd sit him down and like talk through
Yeah.
with him.
Oh,
Like,
and
do you
that-
reckon the Dogs tried to do that?
that's I don't know, but like, if he's at Panthers, he's not retiring, and that's like I'm like, what is going on behind the
Do you reckon he
scenes
comes back eventually?
at the Bulldogs?
Like, he
I
might
think he'll
box for
come back
3
to.
years and you reckon he'll come back?
I think he gets whatever his paid is, leaves. Braithen has to set it on 360 perfectly. He leaves, even just in the off season of his box, and comes back next year or the year after.
Imagine.
Very Sonny Bill Williams
Yeah,
vibes.
user would be filthy at him.
It'll happen.
You watch him
It'll
sign
happen.
like the Eels or something.
I think he'll go to like, I don't know, maybe Dolphins or something. I think he'll sign with Eels. But yeah, I think that'll happen. Storm maybe.
Yeah.
That's what'll happen. 100%. 100%.
Dragons would be a good guess as
Yeah.
well for him.
But yeah, I just like it concerns me in that like screw Tavita Pango Jr. Like if that's your attitude, leave. Yeah. But it concerns me in like the club
Mustn't have that
having a player like
that dog in him.
He doesn't have that dog in him. He's got sunflowers in him or something. He's got daisies in him. But like if you're a player thinking of like say just as an example, just theoretically, Payne Haas is looking at the potential clubs and he's looking at the Bulldogs and he goes, my best mate just retired to get out of his contract. Like he just retired at 27.
For as well?
A couple more years, maybe 1 or 2.
Okay.
Like he was contracted for like he's definitely at least till the end of 25.
Been there for 2 though.
Yeah. But it's just like, how does that look for players wanting to come in where a player's retiring to get out of a contract early? Like that doesn't look good. That's not a place I'm wanting to go to. So I'm just like, what is going on inside the club for something like that to happen? How do you feel if you're Reid Marnie and you've come to the club this year and you're watching the superstar front row? He's not playing at a superstar level, but he's got superstar potential. He was a superstar at the Broncos. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, he's not a superstar now. He's been average this year. But like you're looking at him quit and you're like, what am I doing here? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just not a good look. And so that concerns me a little bit. But back to the game, the second half, there was a bit more promise. They scored a try. They only leaked 12 points. I thought the Knights were bad in the second half.
Yeah, they took the foot off the pedal, really.
And Hastings was hurt.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's your opinion on the game?
Knights scare me. And the fact that we have to play them this week really scares me because I think their attack's been outstanding. Like their timing has been better than ours. Their timing's been. See that Dominic Young try?
Yeah.
They've
been silky.
Yeah.
Gamble's playing well.
Gagai's been at a lot. As well, since he got dropped that game, like he's come back and he's been fine.
Yeah, 100%. No, they're a good side. They'll play finals.
And I reckon they come 5th as well.
Oh, you had them coming 5th.
5th.
I was thinking you had Raiders in 5th.
No, I have Raiders in 8th.
Yeah, okay.
Knights in 5th, which is weird to think, isn't it?
Yeah, but that 1 point comes in handy.
Yeah, well, we said it's either a blessing or a curse, and it's looking to be a blessing at the moment.
Mate, I'll give you the credit there. I didn't say it. That was all you.
Yeah.
You said it all year.
Because I remember you always saying, nah, I think it's going to haunt them. I'm like, it's going to either haunt them or be a blessing. Like, it could literally give them that 5th place spot in a home final.
Yeah, that's huge. Yeah.
But then at the same time, it could have given them a top 4 spot if they'd just won that game as well.
True.
So, yeah, there's pros and cons about it.
Yeah, positives and negatives about everything.
Home final for the Knights. How good.
Bro, they're like, I remember going to Newcastle last year and it felt like a Bulldogs home game. Like their crowd was so dead. This year, it was electric. It was really good. They're up and about, the Knights fans. They're loving it. Absolutely loving it. So shout out to them.
Yeah.
Footy's good when the Knights are going good.
Yeah, and the Warriors.
Yeah.
And the Bunnies.
Yeah. The Knights have a good fan base. They always have. Like, they had crowds turning up when they were getting back-to-back spoons. Like, credit to them. They do have a good fan base, the Knights.
Very loyal, one town.
And not that toxic either. Like, you never really get in fights with Knights fans.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Spooncastle, sorry. I know Chris Thomas does, but he's bitter at them because they got to Kalen Ponga all those years ago. And they always couldn't keep him. That's the reason he hates them.
Well, and just moving completely on now, Zane, because I'm a horrible person and just super rude. NRLW, did you catch any games? Was there any standout players?
I was at work during all.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch much NRLW on the weekend, unfortunately. I did catch some of the Knights-Titans game. There was actually a few Titans fans at the game, which was impressive. I think there was more Titans fans at the NRLW game this weekend than they actually get at home games.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, Titans fans. Sorry, BKR. But yeah, shout out to the Titans fans for travelling to the NRLW game. I respect that. Yeah. My standout player for NRLW, I watched the Raiders Dragons game, and Zara Temarak field goal to win the game for the Raiders.
Oh yeah, I heard there was a 1 point pointer in it.
Yeah, so in Golden Point as well. So shout out to them. That was exciting actually. All right, Zane, big announcement this morning. Huge.
International footy's here.
It's back.
And Port Macquarie. Sorry. Papua New Guinea in Port Moresby is what I was trying to say.
All over the place, mate. Yeah.
I love that they're doing it.
So we've got, it's if you read here, I'm going to read a little bit and I'm going to put it into my terminology because I feel like the NRL's explanation isn't very good. So Australia, Cook Islands, Fiji, New Zealand, Samoa, and PNG will take part in the 2023 Men's Pacific Championships, while Tonga travel to England for a 3-part test. So the Pacific Championships, they name 6 countries. It's really just 2 lots of tri-nations.
Yeah.
So you got Australia, New Zealand, Samoa doing a tri-nations, and then Cook Islands, Fiji, and Papua New Guinea doing a tri-nations, but at the same time. That's essentially what it is. They also said that the current plan is for Tonga to play in the Pacific Championships in 2024. Possibly another nation travels to Europe, and then England and Australia do the Ashes. So I assume it means Australia won't be doing the Pacific Championships and the Ashes. They'll just do the Ashes for 2024. It says the Pacific Championships includes 2 match days in Australia, 2 in New Zealand
as well.
Yeah, so there's 1 in Melbourne, 1 in Townsville for the Australia ones, 2 in New Zealand, and then 4 in Papua New Guinea, and it goes for 4 weeks, so 3 weeks, and then the final. So as I said, there's Australia, New Zealand, Samoa for 3 weeks, and then a final for the top 2 teams in like the pool essentially. Papua New Guinea, Fiji, and the Cook Islands across 3 weeks, and then the final. And then there's also the women's version, which includes Tonga, New Zealand, Samoa, Cookies, Australia, and Fiji. So I assume that'll be, I don't know what the
I think
pools,
that's around the same time as well.
it's the same time. I'm just not sure if it's 2 separate things or if that's just one big thing.
Yeah.
Because Tonga are in it. So I don't know how they'd split Australia, New Zealand, Tonga, and Samoa into just 3. I guess the women's teams wouldn't be the same goodness as like, just because the Samoa men's team is now like equal to Australia. It doesn't mean the women's are, I guess. So I guess they'll just work that out. But how are you feeling about it?
Yeah, it's exciting to see. We'll say that again. It's very exciting to see this coming back. It's good to have international footy back.
Well, like we haven't had apart from the World Cup. And when was the last time we had international footy?
We had the games midway last
year.
year.
Australia, New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to see. Hopefully they wear proper numbers this time, Australia.
Yeah. It's good though because we can actually have real debates about like who's fullback. Obviously not right now.
Watch Latrell's season end so soon.
Well, maybe you won't get picked.
Oh, he will.
Matt Burton's centre.
Yeah,
he was centre in the World Cup.
Yeah, we'll see. Latrell Mitchell absolutely have a blinder.
I mean, he was also World Cup centre.
Yeah. So was Campbell Graham and Murray Talangi, and literally.
But like you got Reece Walsh in the mix, Cherry Evans and Cleary fighting for the 7. Like there's some exciting position battles. Murray and Carrigan.
Yeah, Carrigan and Yo, I guess could still
be
in
Yo in the mix as well. Ben Hunt, Harry Grant.
Yeah,
do they both get Cookie?
Yeah.
Like it's exciting.
Yeah.
It is exciting. I'm keen to see like
Meninga's still coach though. Meninga.
And it's just going to be good for the soul, I think. And like obviously like Samoa being in it as well, and New Zealand. That is an exciting tri-nations. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like no matter what the final is, that's an exciting final. And then also Tonga going to England will be good as well because I feel like they're pretty even. So we get more footy as well. We get a whole extra month of rugby league after the grand final, which there's nothing bad about that. And keep in mind the Prime Minister's 13 game would happen as well.
Yeah.
So plenty to look forward to.
Prime Minister's?
That's where they go like anyone that's
like
just the back. Usually it used to be like bottom 8 teams, but now it's sort of just anyone not playing in like the prelims, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
And like the Prime Minister sort of picks it. It's just like up and coming players. Like last year, Avarillo, Max King, Adokar, and Burton were all in it.
ScoMo picked it and he was the water boy.
Yeah. I remember Josh Adokar had like a goal kick.
Well, we got Albo picking it this time, so I can see a few bunnies.
Lots of South players in it this year. They're not playing prelims, so it'll probably be lots of South players. They're not making finals.
Get there, so.
No, but yeah, I'm just pumped. And unfortunately, there are no New South Wales games, but obviously they're trying to do a bit of expansion and stuff.
Expansion. I'm sick of hearing that word.
I think surely give New South Wales one over Melbourne.
Yeah.
Like half of Samoa lives in Western Sydney.
Combank.
Even just at Penrith.
Yeah.
Or Combank. Like
it'd be cool if they played at Penrith.
It's just weird that they're doing Melbourne, but like I guess like expansion or whatever.
Love the flags. Like I remember when we played Four Nations against Samoa down here.
Yeah.
Just all the flags everywhere, and then they were just running on the field with their flags. They didn't even get like in trouble. They just got taken back.
Yeah, I went to the test last year at Campbelltown. That's what it was like.
Yeah, they weren't like getting taken away when they
They
ran
did.
on.
Well, they just jump over the fence and they just start waving their flags and dancing and stuff. It was good.
Like when they played down here, they were running on the field, but like they weren't getting like tackled or arrested. They were just getting grabbed and put back over.
Yeah. No, it's good stuff. Hey, I'm very excited. I'm excited for the Ashes next
I
year.
can imagine all the cheer-hoos like at those games.
Chee-hoo!
I can imagine them
Go off.
Yeah.
Surely give Wynn Stadium a game.
Yeah.
What
Oh
a
yeah,
shame.
Wynn Stadium's so
Wynn-
good at having.
Yeah. No, as I said,
Like
I'm just
they
pumped,
lost
though.
like 40-0, but then they scored a try at the end and they were going crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus.
It's just good. It's really wholesome rugby league.
Yeah.
I love it. Because, they don't care like if they win or lose. They just want to see their team
Play good.
just play footy.
Yeah,
They're just happy to be there. They're literally just happy to be there. Nah, good on them. Shout out to like the NRL and players for getting the thing done because that made this possible.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
shout out to like the international footy people for getting this done. I've never really appreciated international footy because you sort of take it for granted. Then when COVID happened, it was like,
Completely ruined it.
Yeah.
Just bombed it.
all right, let's go to our predictions and to wrap this bad boy up before
Round
we get
25. Wow.
near the end of the season.
It's gone so quick. Like, unbelievable.
It's gone so quick. It's gone so quick. Before we get into it, shout out to PickleBet. Use code HOTDOG if you're signing up.
You know the deal by now.
If you're going to have a bet, do it with PickleBet.
Like, we're
Jump on
25 weeks
there.
in. How do you not know all this?
Yeah, literally,
Like, you
mate.
should know it by
If you're
now.
watching this, and like if you're one of the people that watch every episode, I know there's like 2 or 3 of you that watch every episode probably, and you're not betting with PickleBet, it's kind of dog, isn't it?
It is dog.
Because
How
if you
dare you.
jump on PickleBet and gamble responsibly, but have a bet, you're helping support us. You're helping us, be able to do cool things and get like we got better mics, for example. Maybe if you dogs get on PickleBet and play some bets, maybe we'll go to Vegas.
Yeah, maybe. We'd love to go to Vegas.
Maybe you get on PickleBet using code HOTDOG, but gamble responsibly. Chances are you're about to lose. 18 plus only. Call 1-800-858-858 if you need help, but bet with PickleBet. Cowboys, Sharks, Zane. Cowboys and Sharks. One of the harder games to tip this week, in my opinion.
You reckon? Yeah, I agree. Like, yeah, this is in Townsville.
Yeah, it is.
It is, and it's a
Is
Paul
Holmes
Green,
back
it's
yet?
a Paul Green tribute game,
True.
which the Cowboys didn't play well in last year.
Yeah,
when
the Sharks won it this year.
yeah,
And Nico Hines shortboarded his medal to Paul Green's kids. Very wholesome. Nico Hines, you're a perfect person. Keep it up.
so I'm gonna look at if Holmes is named.
Holmes is not back.
Okay. Cowboys are favourites in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
I wasn't going to. I'll tip Cowboys. Oh.
Yeah, that threw me off a little bit as well. I thought Sharks would have been
Yeah,
favourites.
so did I.
So Cows, 1 to 12, 13
Yeah,
plus.
1 to 12. Let's go with. I'm going to look at who I want to score here. Oh, if my phone can open up, which it's not.
Shout out to Apple. Not
Yeah,
bad.
thanks, Apple.
You suck, Apple. Be better.
What is this?
What?
Oh, there we go.
Woo.
About time. Finally. Thanks, Apple. My anytime try scorer will be. Oh, wait. I'm going to go.
This is brilliant. This is a good podcast.
I'm going to go with a prop. Jason Taumalolo
Far out.
at prop.
All that just to pick a prop?
Yeah.
Just pick someone that's not even going to score? All right, whatever. I'm going Sharks 1 to 12. I think Sharks get it done.
Yeah.
And I'm going Katoa to score a try.
Next game is the Warriors playing Manly at
The
Mount
Wars.
Smart. Wait, is this Mount Smart? It's Daniel Anderson Stadium, which I believe is Mount Smart.
Yeah,
for this week.
probs. Yeah. I think they renamed it.
I'm gonna go with a starting prop this week. Hectic Fred's favourite man,
Oh, yeah.
Bunty Afoa.
You on Waz?
Yeah, I'll go Waz. 13 plus as well, I reckon.
Give us a Chi-Hu.
No. Sorry, there's families outside that'll scare them a lot. It'll startle them, won't it?
I'm also on Warriors 13 plus, Zane, and I'm on Dallin Wateni Zalesniak to score a try.
Very easy choice, isn't it?
Ex-Bulldogs legend, flying mullet, great name. What more can you ask for? Eels Roosters. This one's a little bit tricky to tip. Very tricky to tip.
tricky.
based on the facials I'm getting.
Dejan Arce at 5'8" and Dylan Brown at 7.
Which I have heard that
Joey Lussick at hooker.
I've seen the Eels fans aren't happy with it.
Hopgood moved.
Yeah, it's second row.
And Offa Hangawi, who has been probably the worst signing of the year, at lock.
Did you see the breaking news?
What?
Rugby League Guru traded out
I
Hopgood
did.
from his super coach.
It's devastating.
What's your like?
Devastating.
That hurts the club culture.
It does.
Like if you see one of the the club captain, one of the most loved fan favorite players just get traded like that, that hurts the locker room. I don't see how the coach keeps his job.
Yeah, Guru had such good hopes about him, but unfortunately, we all
Well, he's got moved to second row.
All going to move on eventually.
That's wise words, Zane. Sometimes you got to cut and you can't paste. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to go.
But yeah, Eels Roosters.
I'm going to go for an upset. I'm going to go Eels. However, saying that, I'm going to go with a Roosters score. I'm going to go Tits. Edit that. I'm going to go Daniel Tupou.
Are you on 1 to 12?
Yeah, in a tight, I reckon like a 14-12.
They lost
very
They
low
considered
score.
50 last week and lost Mitch Moses.
I just reckon they win.
All right, I'm on Roosters, 1 to 12, and I'm also on Toops because I feel like he's just a safe pick.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be safe here. All right, Tigers. Yeah.
Roosters have Ash Klein reffing as well, so Eels guaranteed win there for sure.
All right, Tigers, Dolphins. Now, Tigers are big favourites in this
what a
one.
blockbuster.
But their coach was sacked this morning as of recording. So, what do you reckon? And Dolphins have a lot of
Everyone
injuries.
out. And Valence Tavade completely fallen off. His defense is terrible.
Yeah. So that
Sounds weird for me to say this. I'm going to go to the Tigers.
Yeah, wow.
I'm gonna go Johnny Bateman to go through and score.
Johnny Bateman.
I like Johnny Bateman.
Shit, that's a Johnny Bateman.
What do you think?
I'm just running my eyes over this Dolphins side, trying to scope out just how bad the
Robert
damage
Jennings is
here.
back as well. Oh dear.
Who's the bloke that when he scores they win? Is that Nichols?
Nichols, yeah.
Give me Dolphins 1 to 12. Give me Nichols.
At lock.
Give me
as well.
Nichols
Playing
at
lock. Yeah.
Who? Sorry, you said Tigers 1 to 12.
Yeah.
Who did you say for your try
Johnny
scorer?
Bateman.
That's right. You did it in a Pommy accent, and I'm off you. That's how good my memory is.
Now,
I've written Johnny Batman. That's close enough.
This next one, let's just quickly go over. Titans vs Panthers.
Who you got winning this one?
Panthers. By about 30. I'm sorry, Titans, but
Try scorer?
I'm comparing these two sides. Kieran Foran's out. Tanner Boyd is out.
Yeah.
AJ Brimson is out. And yeah, that is a terrible spine. Tom Weaver at halfback. Jaden Campbell at 5'8".
Is he debuting? I've heard good things about Tom Weaver.
But still is a debutant.
Tell you what, Zane,
Keno Kinney at fullback. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
I wouldn't. I'm just going to be honest with the Titans fans. Would it be a bad time to have Toby Sexton in your side? Would it? Wouldn't mind having Toby Sexton.
Oh, then
Wouldn't mind having
Sam Verrills is out as well. Panthers.
So they're missing their first choice spine.
Yes.
Sam Verrills, AJ Brimson, Kieran Foran, and Tanner Boyd. First choice spine.
Yes. Panthers by plenty.
Is there a 70+ market?
Titans are paying $9.50.
That's value.
It
No,
is.
I mean that's not value. They should be paying more.
You're right.
Panthers is value.
I'm going to go Panthers, and Toto will definitely score in this game.
Toto 5 or 6 tries.
Oh, I reckon 2.
I'm on Panthers 13+.
And that's my multi of the week, actually.
That's a good shout.
He'll definitely score in this game.
You want to go 2 for the multi of the week?
Yeah.
Give it a bit of value. I don't know if there'll be much value because that's surely a sure thing. I am on, as I said, Panthers 13+ and Critter, Toto's best mate.
Yeah. I think both of them will score.
Yeah, I think everyone will score.
Yeah, probably. Sorensen, I reckon, will score as well.
He loves a try. All right, Dragons Storm in Wollongong. You going to go to this one?
Nah.
I was eyeing it off.
Yeah, nah.
Nah. Who wins?
I think Dragons have a win coming, and we've seen how inconsistent the Storm are. I reckon if there's an upset, this could be it.
What?
This one.
It's Dragons over Storm.
I reckon if there was an upset, this could be it. But
what?
I'm going to obviously tip the Storm purely based on common sense, really.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go.
They just put 50 on the Raiders. They've found form.
Whoever's. Okay, I'm going to go Young Tonamapia the score.
Who are you going for? What's your margin?
Oh. Say they keep it reasonable and say 1 to 12.
and time of year.
Yeah, I'm just have that feeling.
Fair
Dragons
enough, man.
haven't been looking that bad recently.
Fair enough,
They've been
man.
done by some dog calls.
I think you just bloody going. Oh, they nearly beat South.
Well, they nearly beat the Eels.
No, that
What was the week
yeah,
before?
no, fair
They
shout.
Went, Manly. They were in. They were
Yeah,
competitive
that- yeah,
with.
nah,
Like, I
fair
feel
enough.
like they have a win coming.
Fair
whether
enough.
this is it or not.
That evidence. That's good evidence.
Whether
That
they're
is a
in-
fair shout. I respect that
However,
evidence.
At the same time, the Dragons probably do have the two worst back row combinations in the comp. When like 5 years ago they had the best with Sims and Frizzell, and now
Yeah.
they've got Russell and Burns. Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
who?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm going Storm 13 plus here.
I
I think Storm get it
don't
done.
disagree.
And I'm going Cameron Munster. Knight South. This is up there with that Sharks Cowboys game, his hardest game to tip, I reckon.
It's not hard at all. South.
13 plus. Go
No,
on,
I'll
back
go
your
1 to
bunnies.
12.
Back them in.
Yeah, at Newcastle, I'll go 1 to 12. My anytime try scorer. Ooh. Johnson's on Marju's side. He'd be a good one. I'm not going to pick him though.
Too obvious.
I'm going to go to the other side, and I'm going to say Tane Milne. But there's a chance he might come out late and Munro
Well,
might
you
play.
can
So
just
if
have
it,
the left
if it
winger.
changes, yeah,
Is he the winger?
then go to Munro, yeah.
But he's not playing centre. So you can have. I'll just give you the
Yeah.
right winger. Knights 1 to 12 is what I'm on.
Okay.
I'm going. If Hastings is
Is that
out,
because they beat the Bulldogs?
nah. I just think South are a bit out of form, and the Knights are looking red hot. And it's at if it wasn't at Newcastle, I'd go South.
Yeah, okay.
But because it's at Newcastle. But if Hastings is out, I think South win. But as of now, Hastings is named, so I'm going Knights 1 to 12. Obviously, I don't think they'll win by much. I'm going Dommy Young
Okay.
to get a meat pie.
No, I don't want him to score because he's one try behind John AJ. That's going to be a good matchup on.
Yeah,
I reckon that game could decide who wins the Ken Irvine 1 medal.
it'll go a long way to deciding it. And then the last game of the week, the Tillies, an entree. It's an entree to the Tillies
Yeah,
game.
it is.
The Raiders and Dogs.
I reckon Raiders bounce back. I'm sorry, but
It's okay. I understand.
like obviously 1 to 12 because Raiders don't like
Yeah, they
winning
don't win
13 plus.
13+.
So I'm gonna go Raiders. I'm gonna go. Actually, no, they're playing the Dogs, so you back a middle to score.
That's a
Josh
that's a fair shout.
Papali'i is a good one.
Oh,
to
that
pick
is.
here, I reckon.
That is a very. That is just smart.
Josh Papali'i would be a very.
That
good
is
value
actually
here.
just smart from you. Zane. I'm impressed. That's
Liam Knight named the
like
starter
that.
prop as well.
yeah.
Gosh.
Because Tavita got benched.
Yeah.
But we have no props. I think Luke Thompson's on the bench as well. Even though
Okay.
it's just we're shambles. I'm just looking on Picklebet to see if there's value in 1 to 12. Because I feel like they're paying like a bit to win. It doesn't say yet. I'm just thinking like maybe if they're more money to win 13 plus, there's value in 1 to 12. Because they don't win by more than 12 points. They just don't do it.
They just don't. They don't like.
But yeah,
doing it.
of course I'm on doggies. Doggies 13 plus. I think dogs win and win big. I just don't see it going any other way. We're in red hot form at the moment. Raiders looked shocking against the Storm, and we looked all right.
Both these teams look terrible.
Bulldogs
Two
look-
worst teams last round.
Bulldogs looked pretty good against the Knights, and they're in red hot form. Obviously, had the bye the week before, pumped the bye, beat the Dolphins the week before that. So the Bulldogs just in really, really good form. I'm going 13 plus, and Matt Burden, who just had a kid. Shout out to Noah
He did.
Burden.
Yeah, Noah. I've always liked that name.
It's-
I
it's-
don't compliment many baby names here. I've always liked that name.
It's funny because you know the Matty Burden guy.
Yeah.
His name's Noah. So I'm like, did Matt Burden name his son after the Matt Burden guy?
Hey, yeah.
What do you reckon?
That's interesting. I'll do some digging now.
It's because it's Noah with a H for the Matty Burden guy, and Birdo's named his son Noah without a H. And I'm like, has he done that?
Oh, has he? Yeah,
Well, I think he's done it to throw us off the scent. I think he has named it after the Matt Burden guy and has dropped the H so we won't think that.
Okay.
That's my theory.
I don't like without the H. Noah as a name without the H.
That's a bit mean.
Oh.
So now you just don't like Matt Burden's
No,
kid?
no.
Come on, man.
I would have preferred, I just think, every Noah is spelt with a H. And growing up, and everyone's going to say it without that H, and it's just going to really bug people. Like, his teachers are going to get really
So you reckon
annoyed by
Matt
that.
Burden's kid's going to be bullied?
No. Well, might. Think if his dad's, if his dad's playing for the Dogs, he'll probably cop a bit. But what I'm saying, it will really annoy his teachers and bosses growing up, seeing a Noah without a H and just wanting to write it in, but not being able to. But I'm not here to
He's
talk
going to
about.
get bullied for his dad playing for the Bulldogs.
We're not here to talk about
This
babies.
isn't a baby podcast.
Yeah.
But it is a Matt Burton podcast. I want Matt Burton to score a try for his son. And I'll go one further. You had your Latrell Mitchell backflip, Burton to score a try and do the cradle.
Okay.
You know some players do that sometimes?
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Pick it, give me that market. My multi of the week is Dolphins.
I'm still
though.
waiting for Latrell to do his backflip as well. It will happen. It will happen when he scores next.
He might never score again. All right, that'll do us. We're done.
I keep visualising that happening. It's just too much for me to think about him getting up and doing a backflip.
That'll do us.
It will.
That'll do us. Let's trot, baby.
Tune in next week for round 26. Well, round 25 review, round 26 preview. I love how this is the first time we're like saying tune in next time.
Yeah, I don't know why you're doing that, but
Let's try.
Well, subscribe as well. If you watch to the end, subscribe, like and subscribe. Let's try it, baby. I was going to say something else, but I forgot what it was. So.